Hello again, everybody. I'm on a little bit of a roll, I think. It's something that I can't quite help, but when I'm pulled, I'm pulled. And Dylan Rounds has been intriguing me for a while now, and I've had his chart and looked at it occasionally and looked at where he went missing from. So Dylan Rounds was missing from Nevada, Utah, like the border, I think it is. Lucin. It's got Montello there. But so this is the chart for the last time that he spoke to his grandma on the phone. And I thought, let's just have a look at it and do a map and see what happens. And what I thought I would do is actually do the map now, so you can see me doing said map. Okay, so let me grab my pen. Never do that first. Okay, so Dylan is represented by Gemini, which the ruler of Gemini is Mercury. Mercury's retrograde at 27 degrees. It's always really important to look at these numbers. Okay, so I'll look for the closest aspect or aspects, and here we can see there's an aspect between Mercury and Pluto at 28. Pluto's in the 8th house, which is not the fantastic place for it to be. And then there's also one from Saturn at 25, and Saturn is the physical body, and it's sitting right on an angle there, the 22 degree kill or be killed, some call it. I have been noticing that a little repetitively. And then we have a bunch of stuff here in the 12th house, so hidden secrets, things that we just don't know about. So the ruler of Dylan is Mercury. That's a young man. It makes sense. Mercury is in the 12th house. The perpetrator is ruled by Sagittarius. So that is actually Jupiter up here in the 11th house. Now that can show that this person is the sort of person that attends group situations or settings, goes to a group place. It flashed into my head then, Alcoholics Anonymous or something like that, actually. But also perhaps church, being Sagittarius and Jupiter. So the co-ruler of Dylan is the moon, and that's in the 12th house as well, really tightly conjunct Uranus. So something happened quickly out on that farm in Taurus there. So the chart's just telling us quite blatantly what's going on. The end of the matter is 22 degrees of Leo, ruled by the Sun, at 7 degrees of Gemini. So and Mercury's in Gemini as well, so there's a lot of Gemini stuff going on there, which indicates neighbours, cousins, siblings being sort of close by. Now, I'm going to do a few radiuses, and that's 17, or 1.7 miles, 2.2 miles, 2.7 miles, and use these degrees as mileage as well as degrees. So let's have a look. So here is the area. When you put it into Scribble Maps, it actually says Dylan Rounds' grain shed. So we'll zoom out. There's a lot of empty land there. So first of all, I go down here and make sure it's set to miles. Then we grab our circle tool. We'll look at 1.7, 2.2, 2.5, we'll go out that way. So let's just zoom in there. Use the eraser to take these away. Okay, so there we have a circumference. Now, I would almost have to hazard a pretty good bet that that area has been searched, because it's not really that much land in terms of searching for somebody. But usually, as these cases show, we have to look at it in hindsight, because unfortunately they don't get picked up by the police very often, or by anybody that's going to actually go and be able to look. So in hindsight we always have a look and see what happens, and inevitably there's something going on. Okay, now we're going to go out. "17 miles. So we're going pretty far out there, but that gets us to Montello. So we could keep going further out with those angles and those lines, but we'll stick with this for now. So we'll zoom in, and the first degree we're going to turn into a line is Mercury here at 27 Gemini. So I start like this in Aries at 0 degrees, and then 30 degrees for Taurus, and then 60 for Gemini. Add 27 onto 60, and we've got 87. So 87.16, that's the conversion. I'm going to have a book out shortly that'll show exactly how to do that conversion. So what was it? 87.16. So we get the line here. And 87.16. So that's the first line. That's the Mercury line. But when I go closer, there's no close, but no cigar. So let's go out and do it again. Okay, that's gone through it. So this is our first line, and that is the Mercury line. I don't know why that's gone black. It used to be white. Okay, now we need a couple of lines because one's not good enough. So the next one I'd be using, because the physical body is the ascendant, so 17 degrees of Gemini. So that is 0, 30, 60 plus 17, that's 77. Okay, and what that gives us is a wedge, an area which is what I call a wedge. So an area between the ascendant and the ruler of the ascendant, and the ascendant is in between here. This land just looks like really desolate land. I don't know if you can drive on this at all. Let's see. I mean, you must be able to with a truck or something. Okay, then we're going to put Saturn, which is the physical body, and that is at 25 degrees Aquarius. Aquarius is 300 degrees on the whole zodiac. So we add 25 and make that 325. Go to our line tool. So we've got a line up there. And then just one last one for measure, good measure. We'll do 17 of Sagittarius. So that is 240 plus 17. So 257. Okay, so we've done a few points. I need to just go out further than that. That's interesting because that's the perpetrator line, and that goes to that area there in Montello, which I'm sure that I heard something about. I'm not overly familiar with this case. But just looking at this map like this, we've got a couple of pretty distinct areas. But let's draw this line longer. So 322. You could use it like this. You've got an area that you can look in between here, or a way that gets to a road. And that's sort of how I'm seeing it, is that we're going to this road, the 30, and then coming down it to the 233 to Montello. I'd be interested in what is around this area here. There's literally a little town, so I don't know who lives there, or Charlie Creek. Okay, so that's how I do the map. I mean, you can draw every line. Oops-a-daisy. You know, I could sit here and draw every single line on there and we'd be there forever. So you have to sort of start somewhere. But so this is the map. I'm going to leave a link. I'm going to save it here. Save it as Dylan Astrology. And then I'll copy it like that and put it in the comments for you to have a look at. So if anyone knows anything or wants to tell me anything, please by all means let me know, write a comment, subscribe and all that stuff. And I'm really glad that I could whack out another video pretty quickly. I'm not going to speculate on everything that's happened, but I can say that the person that's probably done something to him is a bigger person. That came to mind quickly, I had to say that. A larger, taller, bigger person, and older than him. Okay, I really hope that he is found very soon. Everybody take care, and I loved reading your comments. Thank you so much for commenting. It's inspiring me to keep on working, so it's important for me, I think, to keep my mind occupied during this nightmare, and I'm going to try and do as many cases as I can. And please, by all means, offer any astrological or any other advice. The Kylie Rodney case, I think Adventures with Purpose are out looking at the moment. I don't think we're going to find out anything really quickly, but I had a look at a few other psychic people, the people that I actually really like. There's so many that are not good, but there's a couple that are really, really good. And we're all coming up with very, very similar things that, something possibly accidental occurred that wasn't really an accident. But a couple of interesting points, like the phone will be found in a certain area, and yeah, it's interesting to me when they match up like that. So anyway, I hope we're all wrong, and I hope Kylie's safe, but that is to remain to be seen. Okay, well, till next time, take care. Bye-bye.